a reminder why.
Free leftover beer? No, that doesn't actually happen. I think that's a major league record for most pinch hit home runs in a season, which is one of the first homer. I would naturally.
Yeah, staring out into the unknown. We have is right now. All we have is right now. All we have is right now.
What's going on, rich homies? So let me take you through my day very quickly. I went to the doctor. He took a lot of my money, took some x-rays, didn't really tell me much, doesn't think anything's broken, doesn't think I need surgery, but really didn't give me any permanent solutions. Prescribed me some extra strength Motrin or something. Like, dude, I don't need that. So I would say overall unsuccessful. Just got out of a massage, again, gave them a bunch of my money, but feels great now. It obviously didn't fix it, but that was my first ever real massage, and I can say I can understand why people get those on a very regular basis. So humor me and let me talk about Chick-fil-A for 1 second. You see that is a drive-through line that extends out of the parking lot into the street. That's the same drive-through line you're gonna see any day at Chick-fil-A. But here's what blows my mind. I park across the street because I can't even get in there. I walk inside and there's never anyone in there. It took me 3 minutes from walking in the door to actually getting my food and being out of that place. Are we that lazy that we can't just walk inside of a restaurant anymore? I don't want to go on too much of a rant about that, but what I do want to talk about is how good Chick-fil-A actually is, and I would go as far as to say that it is probably my favorite restaurant of all time. Now, I'm never gonna be that guy that tries to convince you that salad is the best tasting food in the entire world, but I will tell you that if you have to choose a salad from a restaurant, Chick-fil-A would be #1 on my list. This is just a great way to start. Now, you'll see that I actually get 2 different entrees at Chick-fil-A. The bad part about that is that this whole thing cost me like 12 bucks, but it is worth it. And then we always save the best for last. Chicken sandwich, no tomato. And I didn't even get a famous Chick-fil-A cookie. What is the world coming to? Don't judge me.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I love money. I love making money. I love spending money sometimes. I love talking about money, but I try my best, and even though I'm sure I try not to give you guys guidance on how to spend your money or what to invest in, because I'm no expert, but I watch a lot of YouTube and I hear a lot of, I would say it's getting pretty close to guidance or investment tips. And to me, from my perspective, it sounds like nails on the chalkboard coming from an accounting/finance professional. It's like, ugh, and I feel like this like red flags should go off when anyone talks about money on YouTube. You guys should be like, I'm a little bit skeptical, including myself. You guys right now, you should be like, this guy's full of crap. Travis is an idiot. Just because it's something that's so personal, I feel like it's hard to, especially from people that aren't necessarily as qualified, to listen to some of that. So make your own decisions, and really, in my opinion, the one guaranteed investment that you can make right now is in yourself. Besides that, it's all up to the individual.
So when your dream comes, don't wait.
So, in Ohio State has kind of like a cult-like following, and I have accumulated my fair share of Ohio State stuff throughout the years, but I'm honestly not that big of an OSU fan. I'm much more of a Penn State fan because my family's from Philadelphia. That's how I was raised. But if you guys know football at all, if you don't, this story won't interest you at all, but Braxton Miller was actually from my hometown, Springfield, Ohio, and he was in my mom's 2nd grade class. I mean, that's pretty cool to think about, really. So the only Ohio State jersey that I actually have, well, one of the only jerseys that I have, is my Braxton Miller jersey that is framed, so I don't think I'm going to be wearing that today.
Members of the Shaheen family from Kansas, Ohio.
24 4 ounces of UDS jacked up Java, which might be the best coffee you can buy anywhere. Obviously, it's gonna be better than Starbucks because that's disgusting. Speedway and UDF have the best coffee in my opinion, but I don't know how much caffeine is in this jacked up Java. I haven't even had much of it yet at all, but I'm telling you, you drink 24 ounces of this stuff, you'll be feeling all right. I feel like this video has been extremely random. It's been like a hodgepodge of the last week of my life or something, but I guess you will have that. And to continue on with the randomness, I wanted to give you guys some book recommendations because I get this question in so many different videos. So here will be a reference point that I can kind of push people towards so they can get my opinion on where they should start. Now, the first thing that you should do is use the link in the description below to sign up for a free 30-day Audible membership where you can get a free audiobook. Yes, this video is sponsored by Audible, and you guys know I'm very, very proud to be working with them because I'm very dependent on Audible long before we ever work together. And what I love about Audible is that it makes my life so much more enjoyable when I'm in the car and I can listen to something where I can learn. You know, I'm always trying to take random pieces of information from different sources to make myself better, and Audible really allows me to do that. So if you're new to audiobooks, I don't know that I'd recommend everything that I listen to you guys because you guys probably have a much shorter attention span than myself. So if you're just starting out, the recommendations I would give to you are authors like Grant Cardone and Gary Vaynerchuk because they're very persuasive, they're very charismatic, and they're very, very easy to listen to. Now take that and compare that to something like Outliers, where it's not nearly as, I guess, engaging, it's not nearly as exciting, but it still has a lot of good information. So start with something like that, or this book, so far, what I've heard, I think you guys will like this as well, the Millionaire Fastlane. So I will actually just throw some links or some authors and some titles down below to give you guys a good starting point if you guys are completely new. But if you guys are a little bit more advanced and you just want to shoot me an email and ask me for any type of recommendations, I'd be happy to chat with you guys about audiobooks. Trust me, I'm very, very passionate about this. This is like the most valuable learning that I can imagine after college or after formalized education. I strongly believe in this. So thank you to Audible for sponsoring this little segment of the video, and let's get on to something. Let's try to add some structure to this video, why don't we? So let's head to the kitchen real quick. I want to show you guys this recipe, and I've made this at least 2 or 3 times on the channel before, but I know we have new people here. It's one of my all-time favorites. I can't take credit for it. It was made by Kim. I cannot pronounce Kim's last name for the life of me. H-O-E-J something. I will link her down below, but it is cookie dough dip made out of white beans. Now, I never know what the beans are actually called. Garbanzo beans, navy beans, any white bean will work, which is a little bit sketchy when you think about it, but some way, somehow, this thing turns out amazing. Okay, so you're gonna wanna drain the beans for sure, because you don't want this thing to taste like beans, obviously. The great part about this is that you can't really taste them as long as you add the right ingredients to it. So then all we're gonna do is dump these guys in a blender. All right, so after that, what we're gonna do is add some of this powdered peanut butter. The reason I love this is just because you get the peanut butter taste just without all of the fat macros. So what we're gonna do is add maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of that. Then we do about 1/4 of a cup of this sugar-free pancake syrup. And you guys know I don't make any recipes unless I'm plugging PES, so what I'm gonna do is actually gonna surprise you though, because we are gonna be using the Vegan Vanilla Select Protein Powder. I'm up to something. So here's your cookie dough. Now, as of now, this is a vegan recipe, which is exciting, right? I mean, vegan food can be really good, but if I add these chocolate chips, this will not be vegan. Obviously, this has milk in it, but you can buy vegan substitute chocolate chips, and that's what I'm gonna go with. So this could be vegan if you had vegan chocolate chips, but and why does it matter if it's vegan? Well, you will find out on Sunday, my rich homies. So the doctors prescribed me 2 different pills, some extra strength ibuprofen and some muscle relaxer, and to be honest, I'm not taking either of these, but shout out to health insurance because everyone hates the corporate world until they need health insurance, and I'm very thankful for that. I was able to pick these up for a very reasonable price. I was very nervous, and I didn't know why I was getting them because I figured maybe I will need them down the line. I went to the doctor, I might as well go get them, but I'm kind of a mix between, so my chiropractor is a hippie, like he will not use medication for anything, and I am not that severe, but I also don't want to just mask the pain when it's not going to fix anything. If these were to fix the injury, then I would go Nurse Jackie on this pill bottle, and I would probably take the whole thing right now, but it's just gonna, I guess, get rid of some of the symptoms, and that's not what I want. I can deal with the pain. I just want to get better. So that's a long story short of saying I'm not going to take what he gave me unless things start to get a lot worse, which I don't plan on, but I have been a little bit of a hypocrite lately. And I say that because earlier in the video, I was just talking about Audible and the reasons that I listen to it, because I want to become a better person. I want to learn more. And I also tell you guys that there's nothing more important to me than my health, but I'm doing things right now that are not good for my health. There's no reason I should be squatting or deadlifting right now, and I know that. I'm just being stubborn. I thought it would honestly just go away, but it hasn't. So I'm not going to do any more working sets of squats or deadlifts until this gets a little bit better. I probably will just squat the bar, maybe deadlift 135, just to keep that motion, keep that movement pattern. But other than that, I'm gonna take it easy, guys. And I know a lot of you guys have been telling me to do that all along, but you can't tell me nothing, as the old classic Kanye would say.
You can't tell me nothing.
So I guess I'm going to be going back to some more bodybuilding type movements here, and that kind of limits me here in the home gym because I probably will be using more machines, and obviously I don't have a lot of stuff like that around here. Now you guys know I have a gym membership, which is fantastic, so I will be probably doing a few more workouts there. And some of you guys have left some comments down in my videos saying, oh, when are you opening your gym, Travis? Because it seems like everybody on YouTube right now is starting their own gym. And I get the joke, because it is. There's a lot of people doing that. But what you have to keep in mind is it's not a lot of people are not starting gyms right now. It's just a lot of the subset that you guys are watching, because it's a very niche group here on YouTube. But I talked about earlier in the video that some YouTubers that I thought that didn't give the best financial advice. Well, I want to give credit where credit is due, because the people that I've been watching that are starting up gyms, I think are very realistic and honest about their financial expectations of these gyms. So I remember when Christian was starting up his public gym and even saying, hey, he's just hoping to break even. Now, the honest and true reason that these YouTubers are able and wanting to open up their own gyms is because that's what they love. And the reason they're able to do that is because they've been successful in other areas of their life, which this can be extrapolated so many different ways. So if you're able to find success in one area, you can do something else that maybe won't bring you as much financial success, but it will bring you more success in terms of happiness, in terms of enjoyment, because who wouldn't want to open their own gym, right? Who wouldn't want their own gym? I know I would love it, but I'm not opening my own gym, guys. I'm not in a position to do that. So just to answer some of those questions, and I think it's cool, man. I think it's interesting to watch that process. So, unfortunately, the Travis home gym is just going to be this for now, so I will do what I can here, but you guys might be seeing a little bit more footage in my actual gym. And to finish it off, we're gonna have the post-workout meal. You can see here we got 2 Winnie and Larry's cookies, and in between we have that cookie dough. This looks incredible, and it is essentially all vegan. So I guess it depends what side of the internet you sit on. One side is gonna say, this is the reason I'm gonna start making all my gains. The other side is gonna say, this is the reason that you're losing all of your gains just because this is vegan. So you guys take your pick, but we have talked way too much in this video. I apologize for that. So we're gonna end it. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You guys could have been doing anything, and you chose to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. That really helps me out a lot. And you made it to this point. You had to have liked something. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.